this is the picture I got. An umbrella. You know, the umbrella, it has, yeah, I don't know what to call it, really. But it's what holds the cape up. Little metal rods springing all throughout. Okay. And then you have the cape that keeps the rain off of you. I'm going to use that. So, like, what a father is one that covers you, and every metal spring, if I can call it that, all around signifies a mindset of covering that territory. And so a father, a man, is one. This is one of their abilities. You have to think about this. One of their abilities is to think about every territory that is unoccupied and occupy that territory. On what could happen, what might happen, the probability of things happening. Every territory signifies one of those little rods. So whether it be marriage or parenting or robbery, like security, whether it be finances, whether it be playtime, because there is such a thing as downtime with your family, etc. You have to be, as a man and as a father, this is more about the father, one that covers over all areas. And this doesn't just go for these things that I mentioned, it also permeates into areas such as responsibility, structure, discipline, self-control, sustainability, dependability, where people can depend on you and look up to you because of your character. You see how that permeates all over? And each one of those rods, it shows up to cover the other person to where they feel safe, secure, and you cover them. Okay? So as you stand, your mindset is you're covering over all territories, ready for whatever. Right? You're not scared, you don't back down, you're not a coward, you don't shrink back. You're ready to handle anything that life throws at you. Now surely you have to be built into this, right? But life itself prepares you, doesn't it? With trials and tribulations and tests, and you have to persevere, you have to have patience and long suffering. These are little ways that you expand and you become that person in different ways. When there is an affliction in an area, well, now you're more prepared for the next time that affliction knocks on your door. You're more prepared now. You're like, okay, I've seen your face before, and how it went last time is not going to go again this time. I'm better prepared. And the more you visit places and work things out and break it down and work it out, working it out, looking at it, making sense out of it, putting it in such a way where you can climb it, right? Like a staircase, so to speak. Then you can become that guy. You become that man, that father, right? That authority figure that everybody can look to and as a role model, as somebody that they can depend on and rely on. And and part of that is when you say something, your word, when you say something, like, we're gonna do this, keep that, because that's one of the foundations that people can rely on you or trust you or depend on you, or really you're taking them somewhere. Now, what are things that take away from this? Like character and stuff like that, drugs and alcohol, things that compromise your character, like lying and cheating and anything that has to do with that. It brings darkness into the picture, and then darkness doesn't allow you to see clearly. So pretty much, if you're not single-eyed, if you're not transparent, if you can't see right through me, right, then that means I have stuff to hide. And if I have stuff to hide, then what does that mean in turn? it means that I'm going to be covering stuff up. And in turn, that will permeate into me not disclosing everything to you, and then you not being able to trust me fully, and then me being wrapped up in that insecurity in that area, to where I'm always trying to cover that part up, and then everything else, you know, it can be affected according to the gravity of the sin. If it's a big sin, it will permeate all throughout every other area, and it's hard to sustain character when you have stuff like that. So hopefully this video helps you. God bless.